Hey Bobby, this is John, West Coast Connects. We reached out and spoke with you last week, promised this free video, so here it is. I'm going to keep things really short and sweet. Just want to show you 3 tips that you could do to really maximize on your traffic online and really build up that customer base. So, with that, let me get started. So, I see that you have a pretty simple site here, your homepage, your service page, and it's just nice and clean and simple, which is perfect. The one thing I would say that there's not a ton of content here. And content is anything that you can highlight, whether that be pictures, text. And in this instance, I'm talking about text. And really, there's a couple reasons why you want a lot of content and specifically text on your site, right? And the first thing is so that you could be found for keywords. And you are being found. You're ranking in the top 100 for 2 keywords. Your name, Metroplex roofing and remodeling. So you're doing good there. You're on the first page. You're getting a little bit of traffic, but it's not those buyer intent keywords that you're looking to be found for. So, you being in the like Frisco, Northern Dallas type area, you might want to be found for Frisco. You might want to be found for, Plano. And I did a search to kind of show you the volume. So, like Frisco, there's almost 2,000 searches a month. Garland, there's almost 3,000 searches a month. Plano, 2,000 searches a month. Dallas, 12,000. Fort Worth, 4,000. And obviously there's a ton of other, Arlington, Burleson, just a ton of other cities within that Dallas Fort Worth area that you could potentially rank for. So, say you wanted to rank for Frisco roofing, right? I would have that as a heading somewhere within your content somewhere. Save a picture as that keyword. And when Google crawls your site, they see that you have that keyword in a few different places within your site, especially in the heading, because those are really important. If you think back to high school, college, at some point, almost all of us have had to do a outline, right? And those headings are important because it shows what's underneath them. And Google kind of feels the same way. And so when you have those keywords within your heading, Google feels that that's an emphasis that you place and that's something important to you. So, it's really important where you have those keywords and that you have them listed. And the more content that you have within your site, the more keywords you could be found for. And as I showed you, there's a ton of keywords, a ton of searches for all kinds of things within your area. And so just really making sure that you have a lot of those keywords within your content is really important. The more keywords you, or the more content you have, the more keywords you can be found for. And also, it is a ranking factor. So if you look at, sites like Wikipedia and Yelp, one of the reasons why they do so well is because they just have so much content that they just kill everybody else. So, content's super important. Definitely would be my first tip for you. My second tip would just be to continue to build and grow this Google business profile. So, looking at Frisco Roofing, obviously you guys, you're not in the top 3. And I'm going to show you why kind of it's important to have this going, but I'm going to show you what you can do. The first is add reviews. And so there's a couple ways you can really do this. CRM, like send emails out after jobs are done, but a lot of times people won't potentially open the emails or send, do the reviews. What I found is very effective is if you, get a QVC code and at the end of a job have your installers, you know, obviously, and only the homeowners that aren't, difficult. Obviously, there's, variety of people. Some people are, more difficult than others. But if you have them, you know, scan that QVC code with their phones, they can give you a review and have it up in a matter of minutes after the job is done. So there are a few ways you can do that, and reviews are really a good way of bumping the strength and authority of your Google business profile. And then, secondly, you want all this information to be filled out as much as possible. Like, I don't see your hours, that's pretty important. And you really want it to be uniform. So, if you have a Yelp page that has your hours and say it's 9 to 5, and your maybe your website says that you're open 8 to 6. Like any inconsistencies like that, Google doesn't like. They want to see that when somebody goes to your Google business profile, they get the same information as if they go to your website or if they go to Yelp. So it's really important that all that information matches. And then lastly, when you upload photos, save them as keywords. So if I'm wanting to rank for Frisco roofing, I would save a photo as Frisco roofing and I would geotag it as, any roof here. Say I tag it as this roof here. And what Google, believes is that you did that roof and, they say, okay, they work in this area and this is kind of what they focus on. And it'll allow you to rank and you'll start ballooning out from your location. So really important. There's obviously a lot more to it. You brand yourself, you link to all your socials, all that kind of stuff, but a lot of good things that you can do there. So that would be my second tip. My last tip would just be to continue to build and grow your site. And your site looks like it's almost a relatively new site. There's not a lot here, and how you build up the strength of your site is what we call SEO, and it's getting links that or domains that like websites that are out there that send links to your site, and you want them to be topical, so to have something to do with roofing or construction or what have you. And you do want it to be them to be strong sites that send links that have power. And the more the better. And what happens is this numerical value goes up. And typically what you like to see here is 20s, 30s, 40s, and you'd like to see a 1-to-1 ratio. And just to show you what that looks like, this is Town and Country Roofing. Okay, they're ranking high for that Frisco roofing keyword. And as you can see here, they have 372 links or websites that are sending almost 10,000 links back to their site. And they're ranking on 1,300 keywords. So, this kind of stuff doesn't happen overnight. You kind of have to, steadily do it because there's, a lot of times there's bots and stuff like that. Google will think you're spamming if you do too much. But, this is kind of the end goal and what you want to get to. So, build it up, strengthen it up. These three things will definitely help you in starting to go up, move up the rankings and get more traffic. So I hope this has been helpful. I hope it's been informative. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions, comments, would like to know more. Our contact information is in the email. I also have a link to our Google Calendar where you can talk to myself or my business partner, Jackie. You can set up a time and a date, and we'd be happy to talk to you on that time and date and just, see where we can help you. So with that, have a great day. Have a great rest of your week, and God bless.